Hello. I should be popping up there in a second. There I am. How we all doing, everybody? Everybody enjoy the dance dash? I sure enjoyed some dance dash. Even if I am now very tired and very sweaty. But a good workout. And I'm happy that seems I didn't lose too much of my dance dashing ability over the last 2 months. Pleased about that. Yeah, let's see here. Let's get some Valhalla going. If Steam wants to agree with me here. There we are. Bouncy Bunny, I do my best. Though now it's time to serve drinks and change lives. If the game wants to capture, that is. There we go. Alright. We did it. Once that does that, there we go. It goes to full screen, because Valhalla is a special little snowflake like that. It likes to open up not in a full window. Alright. I have myself a Ultra Peachy Keen Monster Energy Drink. To enjoy. If I can open it. There we go. No dogs in sight. Alright then, back to work. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hey there, Alma. Wait, did we not save? Did we not save? Because didn't we do this last night with Alma? Whoops. Did we not save? Huh. I guess we didn't, whoopsie. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright. Well, as I recall, she wanted a Brandtini. Well, she likes Brandtinis. Let's see. And, boop. Aged mixed. Well, that's annoying. Well, let's, let's get back to where we were, I guess. That's unfortunate. I don't know why that didn't save. I know we saved. Maybe something didn't sync up? That's weird. Steam was acting a little strangely. I apologize for this. Long story short, Alma hates her sister. And Jill has been dealing with the news that her ex-girlfriend that she stormed out of, had a huge fight with, and never apologized, has recently died. Let's see. Let's see. Cold with alcohol. Bloom light will work. Hey, Mock, how you doing? Yeah, the white one is my favorite. Yeah, that one is my favorite. But I just happened to have found this one and decided to give it a shot. So, but how you doing, Mock? Welcome. Glad you found us. I apologize. Somehow this didn't save from last time, so I'm just kind of speeding through this bit. Oop, aged as well. Whoopsie. We just got done doing some Dance Dash. Yep. Good to see you, Ma. Alright, yep. Dana's upset that the chicken place she goes to did not have enough spice for her chicken wings, and they are too mild, so she left them with Alma. Yep. Doing good, just showed up at the end of the dance segment. Nice, nice. Something to help her get over the spiciness of the wings. I mean, another bloom light would, you know, this would probably work. I forget what we gave her last time. Yep. Okay. So, yep, apologize. I don't know why it didn't save. But we'll clear that out. Alright, and Alma hacks the system there, tells Jill, no, let me get you a drink, and you tell me your sad stories, and Jill regales us with the story of, you know, her fight with her ex that she never has gotten over. Let's see. There we go. Yep. So I apologize for this. Must have been like a sync issue or something. We'll zoom through this. A big beer. Let's see, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's 1 aldehyde, not 7. Misread. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we are. Big beer. Big beer for Jill. We'll get this. We'll get through this and get to where we were real quick. Jill invites Alma to the bar's Christmas celebration. All right. Now, somehow that that did not save last time. Now that should okay. Here, we'll save it on 2 different slots. In fact, there we go. All right, Bill paid. Did you have a boyfriend named Bill? Let's see. I do believe this is a new forum post. Jill has to do her doom scrolling, of course. Is anyone into wrestling here? I became a huge fan of GSF very recently. It's a really solid product, in my opinion. Much better than the E. I like the match quality, but I wish they gave more importance to the mid-card. Are they still forcing 66 American Kid into the main event? Yep, he's going to face Yusuke at the Dome show. Ugh, Why don't they push the great DK instead? He's much more talented than 66. Because American Kid actually moves merch, unlike your indie darling. I want to marry Yusuke. Who's hyped for the women's championship? That one should be the main event, not the turd we're getting instead. 66 is pretty good. Just watch some of his work in Japan. Everybody tells me 66 was better in Japan, but all I see is locks and arm bars, nothing that impressive. Wrestling is fake. Well, of course it is, but yeah. Some people like it anyway. Update on the Lilim receiving mysterious messages. Looks like we were able to record and transcribe one of the messages sent from one of the compromised signals. Joe Ren, the anchor from our popular TV newscast, served as our very own test subject for the investigation. White noise. Who are you? Are you really alive? You're special to me. You're everything to me. It's time to become one. Developing. How strange. I think this is a new post, as I recall. Nanomachine rejection has taken 80 lives this year. The Health Observatory just released their annual report on nanomachine rejection cases. The total number of reported cases has risen to 80 and increased from 65 cases reported last year. Nanomachine pollution was particularly strong this year due to the recent protests, wrote the observatory. Protests caused the police force to release new varieties of nanomachines. Their function is still unclear, but according to our sources, they're intended for crowd control purposes. It's unlikely we'll find a cure in the near future, and we can only hope cases like this will become rare in the following years. And, Jill is, of course, wondering, is her ex one of those 80? As it seems like the answer to that is obviously yes. That's what we were told, at least. So, we've paid our electrical bill. We're okay. We should be good to head to the next day at work. Good evening. Oh, hey, Jill. How you feeling? I won't say good, but not that bad, I guess. That's nice to hear. Where's Gil? Did he run away again? Nah, I have him on errand duty, buying the drinks for tomorrow. Sounds weird coming from the owner of a bar. Every drink from here would come out of our own funds. So if we're gonna spend money, we might as well get more variety. Besides, those kind of walks are always good for Gil. And you're the boss. Who's coming so far? Well, there's the three of us, the dogs, you invited Titty Hacker, and Gil invited Jamie. Oh yeah, I also invited Dorothy when I called her to spend the night with you. Ah, excuse me. Just had a sneeze. Sounds good so far. Invite anyone else you feel like inviting, the more the merrier. I could, but I bet everyone's made plans by this point. It's true. I'll be in my office. Call me should anything arise. Alright. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Wait here, I'll check inside. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, a BTC bar. Excuse me, do you know where the Athena Convention Center is? Why does that place make people get lost so easily? They should have called it the Minotaur Center. Hold on, let me scribble the directions on paper. Thanks. Go to the right when you see a building filled with hobos. This should be it. Thanks. Anything else I can help you with? What the hell, I'll have a drink. What about you? A Brandtini, please. Right. We'll ask for a Brandtini. The Lilim freaks me out. Three of that. Or 6 of that. 3 of that. 1 of that. Aged and mixed. Oh, 6 of that. There we go. Nope, just aged. Aged and mixed, yes. There you go. It's an interesting outfit in this cold season, miss. Vela. Well, I'm actually cosplaying, so call me Vela for the time being. And your Lilim friend is... Essentia. I get it, you're cosplaying too? Sure, let's go with that. Have you heard of a game called Y2K Bartender? That cult classic game that's seen like 3 remastered versions made by 6 different companies this year? That's the one. We're in a cosplay group dedicated to it, and we got lost on the way. Heard you talking to someone outside. Yeah, a friend is cosplaying as Alex. I told him to wait outside. Shouldn't he enter? He'll be fine. Something amiss? There's a girl behind you. Short hair, black sailor uniform, missing an arm. Wearing jeans under a skirt. Now, don't spook the bartender. Spook? Anything else? I'll get a fuffy dream and be on my way. And you? I'm fine. Vela asked for a fluffy dream. The Lilum still freaks me out. 3 powdered delta. Optional carmotrine. Aged and mixed. There we are. Yep, this is the thing. Seriously though, should you leave your friend outside like that? He'll be fine. Started chatting with one of the vending machines. They were talking about R&B music. Does your friend prefer the 80s R&B or the 70s? 80s, I think. Oh, shit. Boss, Dee R&B. I'm coming. See, Dee is a 1970s purist. He has tased people for even liking 1980s R&B before. He got tased. Oh, God. He'll be fine. Vending machines have very weak tasers. He'll be confused for a couple of minutes, but that'll be that. Should go check on him, though. Right. Thanks again for the directions. Please come again. Yeah. At least it wasn't Franco-Belgian comic opinions this time. Black sailor uniform. Hope I'm just overthinking it. More importantly, though, jeans under a skirt. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hey, Dorothy. Oh, hi, honey. You okay? I just kind of wandered in here. I guess I'm a bit distracted. Can Lilum just wander? Can I get you something? Oh, a sugar rush. Yeah, that. Right. Asked for a sugar rush, but hasn't she told me about a drink that cheers her up? I'm trying to remember, actually. I do not recall. That was too long ago. I cannot remember what it was that Dorothy liked. We'll just get her the sugar rush. I can't remember. Powdered Delta. Carmotrine mixed. 1 sugar rush. Thanks. Seeing her down is so weird. So much silence. By the way, thanks for staying with me the other day. Turns out I really needed that. So did you enjoy the soda? Oh, did you find that out? Was it supposed to be a secret? No, but don't go around telling everyone about that. I did it because it was you who needed help, but a hug night is usually one of my most expensive services. Imagine just, you know. Yeah, I don't know if the client has body odor or something like that. Not to mention, it limits the chances of getting any other client that night. Still, did it help? Yeah, it helped me cool down a lot. So from what Dana told me, someone close to you died, right? Yeah. You want to know more about it? You want to tell me about it? I brought it up enough times already, I think. No problem then. You were sad, and that's all I needed to know. Sorry for the loss, though. I mean it. Thanks. Although I've wondered for a while, do you Lilum really understand death? Sorta. Kinda. Our whole database is constantly being backed up in the collective source. Even if our bodies are destroyed, we can be deployed again with our personalities and memories intact. So our concept of mortality might be different. We do have a fear of death, though. You do? We can't even begin to understand the idea of not being redeployed. While we have built-in warnings, the mere idea of that, nothingness is paralyzing. There are a few that don't mind it, but we do fear death, and we don't wish it on anyone. In fact, that was the argument used for abolishing the argument, rather, for abolishing the whole 3 laws thing. You seem quite knowledgeable about robot history. Seeing what others have done to make sure I can live like I do helps me not take things for granted. Seriously, though, those laws were bullshit. Can't harm humans, can't disobey humans unless it's about hurting them. And you can protect yourself as long as it doesn't harm humans. I mean, sure, the first AIs were just helpers and tools. But how could those laws still apply to them after they've achieved self-awareness? Who in their right mind would abide only by rules inscribed in some old book? Yeah, imagine. Who would do such a thing? What? If I remember correctly, those were only the distilled version of the laws some writer imagined over 100 years ago. They were a reduced version of all of his ideas. However, many authors afterwards took to them like they were the very laws of physics or something. And like many other things, people distill and exaggerate what they need and use it for their favor. You're a nerd. Look who's talking. Well, let's change the subject a bit, though. Mood's getting gloomy. Your apartment is very comfy, you know. It's a tad small, though. Sorry about that. Oh, did we have ads and I missed it? I apologize. Your cat is so cute. What was his name again? 4. Why 4? I figured if you ever got lost, at least, and I wanted to be able to yell 4. It happened once. You'd be surprised by how many golf players you run into. And every time you play with them, you can say it's foreplay. Hee hee hee. Let's see. Oh yeah, the ads are going now, it looks like. Okay. How's everybody doing? Since ads are going here, I'll take a little pause while we wait for ads. I assume most of you are getting ads right now, but anybody who's not, how are you enjoying Valhalla? It's a fun little game. I like it a lot. Played it once a few years ago, after it had been sitting in my library for many, many years. Figured I owed it to finally play it. It was a bit of an indie darling a few years back, so... And now that it's Christmas time, I thought, hey, you know, it's a Christmas-ish game. It takes place at Christmas, so... Had it forever and never played it. It's not without its faults. It's cyberpunky cuteness. It's yeah. But at the same time, it is trying to. It has some stuff to say. Some of it's a little questionable, but it's got a vision. I kind of appreciate it for that. And some of the stuff's a little questionable, of course. I could have done without the DFC joke, right? You know, but yeah, no. We can forgive it for some of those things. I do think it does manage to actually tackle the character of Dorothy here quite well, despite that. You know, she's a very well-rounded character, quite interesting. They did make a real attempt to not just make her a, or at least explore on the trope, right? And kind of say like, hey, what do you do with a character like this? How do you make this character interesting and well-rounded? And I think they did a pretty okay job with it with Dorothy. NeoCab is a very narrative cyberpunk game too. I should look at that. Also, I should probably look at the Read-Only Memories sequel, even though I heard the sequel was not very great. Not nearly as good as the original. I should probably still look at it anyway. And supposedly the sequel to this should be coming out eventually, but yeah. Alright, we should be back from break, so we'll continue. And every time you play with him, you can say it's foreplay. Hehehe. It's also named after someone. Really, who? A Lilum kid that wanted to transcend. What, a movie character or something? Sure, let's go with that. You want anything else? Let's go with a blue fairy. Alright. Blue fairy for Dorothy. Was it blue fairy that, she said cheers her up? I can't remember. For Elderhide. 1 Flanner guide. Optional Karmatrine. Well, that should be right. Aged and mixed. There we are. Here you go. Why do they call it a blue fairy? Is it because of Pinocchio? I believe the name is based off absinthe, which some call the green fairy. First versions of the drink were described as sweeter absinthe. Sadly, they had to fix the formula because people were turning green. Not blue? Bluish green. Seemed to have cheered up a bit there. Yeah, talking to you always helps me get my mind off things. Hey, there's something I've wondered for a while now. What? What kind of friends do you have? I mean, are they in your same line of work, or friends, aside from you? Thank you. Well, there's Lawrence. That vending machine is a lot of fun to be with. And once you get past his quirkiness, that is. I've also met a lot of nice people working in the streets. From the top of my head, I can think about Nightingale, another Lilum. Changed himself to have fur and a more wolf-like face. He's also a pretty good pianist. Plays in a jazz band on the weekends. It's also Nadira, a drag queen and the owner of a club I've been invited to a few times. She has an animal shelter on the side. I help her with it occasionally. Well, there's also Sister Clementine, a nun from an orphanage. I go there sometimes and play with the kids. That's something I didn't expect to hear. I almost got adopted once. I was flattered, but it was weird. Oh, and it turns out I already knew your boss. Some years ago, she what? I've said too much. Client confidentiality and all that. Well, enough tangents. Why were you gloomy in the first place? Gloomy? When you came in. I don't know if gloomy is the right word, but you were pretty quiet at the very least. And knowing how you normally are, it was pretty weird. Oh, don't worry about that. Just had too many things going on in my mind. I wasn't gloomy or anything, more like distracted, really. I think I'll go now. Thanks for lending me an ear, honey. My boss told you about the party tomorrow, right? Yep, wouldn't dare to miss that. Okay, then. Alright then, see you tomorrow. And good luck. Thanks. And that's that. Boss, I'll be taking my break. Alright. Need to remember to buy more cigars. Back, did I miss something? Unless you count the worst PPV main event I've seen all year? No, not really. Alright. Going out? I'll have a word with Gogo outside. He was so hyped for that match, he must be devastated. Alright. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hi, Say. Evening, Jill. How you doing? The nightmares have stopped, so I'm sleeping better. How about your injuries? My bones are healing nicely. My wound's finally closed. Scars itch a bit, though. Well, that's good to hear. By yourself today? Yeah, I'm running a couple of errands by myself today, but I wanted to come here for a while. I also noticed the big guy from last time is outside. Oh, Buster? Stella doesn't want me being alone while I'm still healing, so she suggested taking him with me. I see. Can I get you? Something cold. Sure. Something cold for Say. Let's see, what is it? A bloom light? Yeah, bloom light's on the rocks. see, Powder Delta, 2 Flannerguide, 3 Karmatrine, Aged on the Rocks, and a Mixed. Yep. Yeah, this is the one. Why drink something cold when the weather outside is so cold too? It's not that cold. But I've always had a decent tolerance for the cold, so I'm not a good reference. So Stella isn't with you today? She's throwing a mega Christmas party tomorrow and is having a meeting today. I'm just helping her by checking on some of the things she ordered. And here I was, all ready to invite you to the party we're throwing tomorrow. Throwing a party too? Sorry about that. I can't really say no to Stella. Maybe next time? If there is a next time at all. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I want you to know that I want you to have a good time. Have fun. Drink a couple of beers in our honor. Yeah, I will. What are Stella's Christmas parties like? Oh, they're really big. There's lots of food and drinks and music. Sometimes there's too much food, though. So at the end of the party, she lets the staff take home whatever's left. She also buys toys for all the children of her staff members. Really? Says something about taxes or whatever, but during the whole thing, she just shines. She carries a beaming smile that I don't see any other day of the year. Many of the kids have even started calling her Auntie Ella. Stella always does her best to put up a tough girl facade, but she's very much in touch with her inner child. Christmas, Easter, Halloween, name a party, and she's most likely celebrates it big. Interesting. You like parties, Jill? I don't mind them. They're a good place to see people. I'm not one to actively look for parties to attend, though. I just don't mind going to them. I see. I only go to parties that Stella's attending, because otherwise I just stand there without anything to say. Same. Me too. If I'm not there with a friend, I don't want to go. I'm that kind of person. And then if, like, said friend then goes off and, off on their own, I just stand there and, like, oh, are they back yet? Yeah. That end, I'm not one to wear dresses, You're not? A tad too ripped. They don't look cute on me. Disagree. Strong women in dresses. That's good stuff. Though with all this healing I have to do, I won't be as fit for a while. They're too breezy too. I feel like I'm wearing nothing. But I bet you look good in a dress, Jill. It's been years since I wore one. I wouldn't know. Last time I wore one, I remember worrying my arms were too thin or something like that. And we all have a complex, huh? I mean, even Stella has her own. It's hard to imagine. She does have one. She stresses a lot about her bust size. Really? She's not that small. I think I'm smaller than her, in fact. Actually, it's the opposite. The opposite kind of complex, I mean. She's a bit self-conscious about having a big chest. Really? Again, I've seen bigger chests than hers, to be honest. Although I guess comparisons are useless here. They rarely help with complexes. Well, she does go the extra mile to hide it. In fact, I have no idea how she does it. I mean, I've seen her before and after she tucks them away, but I guess I never cared enough to ask the specifics. So, you can strap those in. It's also why she goes out. She styles her hair in those, drills. They look a bit drilly, don't they? She styles her hair like that to help divert attention away from her chest. She seems affluent enough, why not go through a reduction surgery? She kind of likes having that size. Takes her bust size after her mom, and Miss Carmine is quite proud of her chest. Puffing out your chest is a sign of confidence, and a bigger chest means more confidence to show. Says something along those lines a lot. Stella has quite the admiration for her mom, so I guess breast reduction would feel like betraying her? Making it sound like she's hiding J-cups or something like that. I guess in a taller or thicker person, her size would be normal. She's just a bit shorter or thinner than the norm. You get self-conscious about your bust size, Jill? Like, there's a lot of talk about boobs in this game. Not really, I've been more self-conscious about my height. Though it usually comes up whenever not being average height hinders me somehow. What about you? Yes and no? It's not my bust size, but rather that I look too manly sometimes. I can't help but wonder if bigger boobs would help with that. Yeah, you're fine, don't worry. Thank you. Can I get you anything else? You have something non-alcoholic? I do, give me a sec. We can get her a Bleeding Jane. What's that? 1 Bronson, 3 powdered, 3 Flannerguide. All blended. Yep. There you are. You're not one to drink that much alcohol, are you? It makes me feel sleepy, or at the very least makes my legs go numb. It's an annoying feeling, to be honest. Makes me wonder what's so good about getting drunk. I mean, I'm not above it, but it's not exactly a pleasant feeling. You feel like you're sleepy even when you're not. Your legs go numb, everything starts sounding funnier than it really is. What's so good about not being able to control yourself? That's a good question, actually. It's kind of how I feel these days. Usually people like feeling numb because that numbness helps them forget their problems. Even if we don't talk about alcohol, there's a portion of people that can't afford food. Or who are suffering from some pain that only alleviates when drunk or high. Doesn't sound really logical on paper, but then again, humans are rarely, if ever, logical creatures. Despair and pain cloud your judgment and make you do stupid things sometimes. Yeah, I've seen that firsthand. This world has an ugly side nobody deserves to be a part of. It's also a matter of addiction, you know. You start just liking the drink, but then you need more of it, and before you know it, you're hooked. Yeah, that too. So tell me, what kind of party are you guys throwing? Yeah, nothing fancy. It'll just be me, Boss, Gil, and a couple of regulars. They'll bring food, we'll chat for a while, and that's it. Oh, that sounds so good. At least better than the whole planning madness Stella is throwing right now. If you ever throw something like that again, you let me know, okay? Sure. Hey, say, yeah? What do you plan on doing now? Well, I'm gonna check on one last errand before going home. No, I mean, what do you plan on doing now with the White Knights disbanded and all? And to be honest, I don't know. I never prepared a plan B because I figured if you can go with a plan B, why not just make it the plan A? Not the brightest person, so I never graduated from college or even high school. I could go for a position with the police, but it wouldn't be as thrilling. And I'm tired of blatant corruption. Sick of it. But I'm alive. I learned something after that Hell in Apollo Trust. Life's not something that you can just throw away easily. Clawing my way out of that place made me realize just how much I want to be alive. The body count left in the bank was ridiculous, but I'm still here. I don't know what I'll do, but I'm alive. I'll figure it out sooner or later. That's good to know. Well, I gotta go. Bye, Jill. Good luck with the party. Please come again. Oh, welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hi, Mr. Detective. Oh, hey there, girl. Give me a strong drink, won't you? Alright. Something strong for Mr. Detective. Perhaps something manly. Let's give him a... How about we give him a gut punch? See, 5 of those. 1 of those. And some booze. Aged and mixed. There you go. Here we are. Yeah, this'll do. So what brought you here? Nothing special. I was just working on a case, and I happened to be in the area. Kind of work. Tracking someone. A gun for hire. What about the girl? Crimson something? I'm tracking that girl. Then you just get out of that job? I did, but the guy offered a huge amount of money, and, well, I just couldn't refuse again. Well, it's your life, not mine. I wonder, though, there has to be more to that whole thing than just acting as middleman to look for some murderer. Say, how safe is this place? We're protected by the BTC property laws, the walls are soundproof, and I really couldn't give less of a shit about selling info to anyone. Okay, then. Wait. Soundproof walls? Why? See those vending machines outside? They're quite talkative. The bastards will be... the bastards. It'd be annoying without those walls. Alright then. Have you heard of Lord Lance Lavender? No. Some big name from Kanye-vania. His blood apparently has some weird reaction to Glitch City's nanomachines. Once in contact with the air, it does nothing. But if still fresh and touching someone's blood, the nanomachines will initiate a reaction. Essentially, they'll just eat through the other person's body until there's nothing left. They're using him as a guinea pig to see what causes that reaction and if it could be used to fight nanomachine rejection. Aha. Well, turns out Crimson Rose is his daughter. She left years ago to earn her living here, and he hasn't seen her ever since. You could be lying, you know. Doubt it. Did my research. She really is his daughter. Why didn't you figure that out earlier? I had no clue who was making the contract, and tracking all the messages to the source would have been too costly. Knowing who the sender was made things easier. Can I get you anything else? What about a cobalt velvet? Let's see. 3 flannerite, 5 carmatrine on the rocks and mixed. There you go. Ah, you actually did it. You expecting me to mess up so you didn't have to pay? No. So what made you accept the contract anyway, keeping in mind all the risks you told me last time? He told me he wanted to see her again one last time, or at the very least, deliver her a message. Could have been lying. Yes, people lie. You made your point. Even then, I felt like I couldn't say no. I mean, I know what it's like not to be able to find your daughter. What it's like to be apart from her, not knowing what she's doing or even if she's alright. You do? I have a daughter. She's about your age. When she was a teen, we had a big fight and she ran away from home. At first, I just waited for her to show up, but then I started getting worried and went out to find her. Couldn't find any trace of her. Nobody had seen her. And soon I was worried if something might have happened to her. I guess that's how my tracking skills and list of contacts began to grow. Finally found her, taking cover in some dumpster, unconscious from starvation. So yeah, I just couldn't say no to his request of finding his daughter. But I don't expect you to understand. So how's the search going? I'm very close to finding her. That girl is pretty good at covering her tracks. Compared to the her from before the bank incident, though, she seems slower somehow. Either she's let her guard down or something else is happening. What will you do when you find her? I have this letter I'm supposed to deliver to her. I don't know what it says, and I don't want to find out. What if she tries to kill you? I might not look it, but I can take care of myself, bartender. You don't stay so long in this business without picking up a couple of tricks. I guess you're right. Okay, I better go back to work before her trail goes cold. Please come again. You done? Yeah. Okay then. I want you here tomorrow by 8 p.m. No working beforehand. The bar will be closed tomorrow. Come dressed in your absolute best. We're having a party after all. Alright. Where's Gil, by the way? He stored all the things in his home because of how close it was to the bar. It is. So I told him to go home already and bring the stuff tomorrow. Alright. Well, see you tomorrow, boss. Hold on, wait a bit and I'll go with you. Oh, sure, thanks. Alright. We're killing it. No mistakes today. Merry Mega Christmas. Let us celebrate Santa's resurrection as the Mega Santa that saved Christmas from the Redmonds. Happy holidays. It's Christmas. I told you it was a Christmas game. You all doubted me. You doubted, but I told you. Christmas game. Resurrection soup. Goodness. Filthy. Filthy, filthy. Oh, hold on. Let's save the game. Goodness soup. Filthy. Filthy, filthy. Let's see. Oh, I'm receiving mysterious messages. Update 2. Messages have suddenly stopped and everything is normal again. Still, we can't stop wondering what's the deal. Was it a prankster or someone who just discovered how to subvert public communications channels in Lillum? Either way, some reports indicate that Lillum behavior has been rather unusual as of late, although we can only imagine the confusion they were going through. Not the first time. Let's not forget that something similar happened 5 years ago when Lillum advancement was at its historical high. Fortunately, nothing came out of it. Will it happen again? Time will tell. I think it might. I think that actually might be supposed to be a reference to the events in read-only memories. So they are kind of the games are kind of interconnected. They've, you know, Mega Christmas is here. Was it Mega Christmas or Mega Christmas? Don't know, don't care. I'm way too used to Christmas, but the mega tradition here in Glitch City is mega comfy. I know it's an incredibly absurd name, and the holiday isn't any less crazy due to its origin, but I find it amazing how GC managed to replace the original festivities. Some places celebrate Christmas eating fried chicken, but here they outright change the holiday. Well, it's not that different, considering they have the same dates, but still pretty cool. Oh, gotta go. Time to sign some books. Merry Mega Christmas. I know. Can you believe we're all stuck here celebrating regular Christmas when we could be celebrating Mega Christmas? I mean, you eat fried chicken. There's a Mega Santa. Like, regular Santa died or something and was resurrected as Mega Santa. And now we eat fried chicken to honor him, I guess? I'm celebrating Mega Christmas this year, that's it. Ah, welcome home, Andy. Alright, we should be good to head off to, well, quote-unquote work. We're not actually working today. We're going to a party. Good evening. Jill, I told you to come in the nicest clothes you have. Came in your uniform. These are the nicest clothes I have with me. Besides, you and Gil are in your uniforms, too. Well, I can't really show up in casual clothing. I'm being monitored. What about the kilt you wore that one time? I'm still surprised that one didn't break the dress code somehow. And you, Gil? I don't have that many clothes to begin with. You people depress me. Well, everything's in place back there. Oh, Alma's here. You know, there was a time when people greeted others before saying stuff like that. Come on, Jill, greet her properly. Welcome to oh, wait. Man, if that's not a sign that you need to ease up on work, I don't know what is. Oh, shut up. It's become a reflex. Wait, also, Alma also came in her usual attire. Why aren't you saying anything to her? Ribbed sweaters get a free pass. Ribbed sweaters do look good. Silly question, never mind. Ribbed sweaters do look good. Jimmy came earlier too. The dogs went with him to get some ice. Don't we have ice? Trying to take it out of the bartending station is a chore, so it's better to buy some outside. Huh. What were you doing back there, Alma? Setting up the food warmer. The what? I bought it 3 days ago. It's amazing. It looks like just a set of wires, but you can create a frame with them. Put the food inside it, press a button, and watch as it warms the food up, just like a microwave. It's an infomercial bauble, though. Infomercial. Yeah, bauble, though. Okay. It's a phrase. Really useful, but tricky to handle at the same time. Yeah, that's an infomercial, but okay. If you say so, game. One wrong move and we'll be out of food for the night. Everything will be scorched in a second. So you've bought infomercial stuff too? Haven't you? It's at the very least a good idea for gifts. Well, dynamic entry! Finally, at least someone came after me. Is it weird that I've already heard that 3 times in the last hour, but I'm cheating? Oh, don't be like that. She's not saying it out of malice or anything. She just found it funny. You're taking her side now? Jealous? You wish. You don't need to fight for me. No, we're not. I'll go check the microwave wires thingy. I'm starting to get hungry. Great idea. Back. Oh. Ah, hello, Jill. Soldier, you're late. Hey, Jay. See, that's how you greet people. Oh, you shut it. I'll go help Alma. I'll go help Sweater Pups. Something wrong? Yep, dogs. It's rad. It's Rad Sheba. Look how rad he is. He has sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt. If only we could all be so rad. Yeah, she's not good with dogs. Ah. Alright, we're all here, so we can start. Yo, Anchorage. Alma. I know what I said. How's the food doing? It's doing well, but it'll take a bit. Can't you speed it up? I've used those microwave wire thingies before. It's either warm nicely but slowly, or burn that bitch. So how long? 15 minutes or so. A bell will ring when the time comes. We need to kill some time, then. Alright, let's play Truth or Dare. What? I'll pass. Games are for kids. I'm in. Rad Sheba's in. If Rad Sheba's playing, I'll play. Sure, I'll play. Sounds fun. As long as that mustache is away from me. That'll make the time pass faster. I'll pet. You'll play. Alright then, rules are simple. If you get picked, you pick either Truth or Dare. After you finish, you get to pick somebody else. We go like that until the food's done. What about punishment games? Those are a hassle. Just issue new questions or challenges until the other person complies. That said, Jill. Yeah? You start. Pick someone. Oh, let's see. Click on the portrait of the person you want to pick. Why, we need to pick Rad Sheba. Okay then, dog. Yeah? I dare you to go out and go out and stay there. That's easy. And that's one problem less. Well, why don't you continue in the dog's place, Dorothy? Alright. I dare you, Dana, to pick up Honey and carry her like a bride. Alright. Wait, what? Come, Jill, get up. You're welcome. Oh, shut up. Okay then, Jill. Yeah. Truth or Dare? Dare? I want you to say, yeah. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? It's a tongue twister, say it. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? Faster. How can a clam cram in a clean... How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? That's about as fast as I think I can get that. I think it seems so easy. I used to be pretty good at those. Let's see here. Betty bought her bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it'll make my batter bitter. So she bought some bitter butter better than the bitter butter, so she made a bitter batter better. Yeah, I used to be better at those. Hey, Pico. How you doing? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Peter Pepper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How can a yeah, Alma couldn't do it. How can a clam cram and a cream? Yep, he couldn't do it. How can a cram? Oops. Yep. Wait, let him get confused by tongue twisters? Boss. Yeah. You can drop me now. Oh, right. I wonder how long until the food is done. How you doing, Pico? Let's see. Let's see. Who do we dare? Who do we truth or dare here? Let's do Gil. Okay then, Gil, pick your poison. Truth. How'd you get into the city? How did you end up here, of all places? To be honest, I just wandered aimlessly for some time. Stuff happened, and I went from place to place. Eventually, I came across the city and stumbled upon the bar. Almost like it was destiny. Huh. Well then. Hey Alma, truth or dare? Dare. Try reading that sign without your glasses. Alright. For relaxing times, make it sun... The rest is torn off. So you can see without them? I'm not blind, just mildly uncomfortable without my glasses. Boss, what do you pick? I'll go with dare. Try to undo that bed hair of yours. Bed hair? Yeah, you know, that one bit of hair that's always protruding. The ahoge, yeah. You're sleepy, Pico? I have no idea what you're saying. Here, let me try. It's very tough. Maybe if I split it, it rejoined on its own? Silly Armitage. That ahoge is like my willpower. You can't placate it. Right. Fuck is an ahoge? Well, it's... Boss, please continue. Alright. Who doesn't know ahoge? Come on. I think we all know that word. Well then, Jill. Truth. What would you do if 4 was a girl and pregnant? I wouldn't do anything. I mean, you educate them and give them the tools, but it's up to them in the end. And I just make sure she was able to cope with it. I'd only call myself a failure if it was the result of personal irresponsibility. But if it's her choice and she's at least able to take responsibility, then I can only support her. After all, she didn't kill someone, she's bringing a new life into the world. Whoa. Hey, honey, be my mom. I did forget. Ah, dang. Okay, I should fix that. You're so right, I did. One moment. And boom, there we go. Alright, that should be fixed. Thank you. I've been better about that recently, but yeah, we forgot this time. Alright. Jill, it's a hypothetical scenario, and it's a cat. Your point being? I'm getting hungry. Click on the portrait of the person you want to pick. Let's see. And we already clicked on Gil. Let's click on the boss. Boss? I'll pick Dare. Can you lift me with just your non-mechanical arm? She's already picked up Jill once. And Jill's like, pick me up again. Oh no. Alright, you can. Please put me down. Well then, hey Gil, truth or dare? Can I really pick? Let's go with dare. Okay then, please cross your arms. Alright. Now turn a bit to the left. I mean my left. Oh. Bit more, and now stand still for a second. Hey Renala, how you doing? Boss, is that a picture? That it is. Nope, not even the same race, sorry for that. You're comparing me to a pic? Yeah. Can I at least see it? No. Fine. What's going on in the lower right? That's, don't worry, that's just keeping track of who has, done what, basically. One sec. Whoopsie, that's it. Nope, that's the game. It'll just say like who has picked what, right there. A bell. Food's ready. Ah, nope, never mind. That was the last round. It was just saying like, you know, so and so, you know, picked so and so chose truth or dare or whatever. Let's go. You guys go ahead. I'll have a quick smoke outside. Careful. Truth or dare, huh? It was fun, I guess. Hey. Alma. I mean, hello. Bit late for the hello, don't you think? You want one? You know I don't smoke. Yeah. You leaving already? Yeah, technically we celebrated Mega Christmas yesterday. But I just got a message that Diana is making a ruckus, so I gotta leave. Good luck with that. Speaking of ruckus, how have you been doing? Fine, I guess. All this has helped keep my mind off of things for a while. Is it weird to feel the absence of someone you had no contact with whatsoever for the last 3 years? Ask Katyusha, or any of the old literature maidens whose spouse went to war types. I mean, even if you had no contact with her, maybe she was constantly on your mind. I mean, she clearly was. If you tweak the circumstances, it's not that different from one of you going to a war. I guess. Well, although the circumstances make me not want to, I gotta go. Careful out there. Yeah, you should take the chance to spend this time with everyone inside, don't you think? Yeah, she's right. Hey, Jill's back. How you doing, Ronaldo? Yep, it sure is holding on this scene for a second. I should probably put a plain black background while capturing this, since it does that kind of transparency thing there when it's fading in and out. But oh well. You get to just see the prison cell I broke out of, it's fine. Rent's due on the 30th. Please make sure your account has the necessary 10 grand or you will be evicted. Jill wants to see if the Alex doll's beard actually grows. Buying it will prevent her from getting too distracted. Well, we have to do that then. There we are. I mean, we have to, right? His beard grows in real time. I mean, yeah, sure, we have to pay rent, like, you know, we're only halfway there, but don't worry about that, we need the toy. You gonna just not have the toy? Need a toy. Alright, let's do our doom scrolling here. Model Warrior returns to the TV. Anyone watching it? I don't even have a TV. So useless. Julianne is old and busted. Heard you talking shit about my waifu like I wouldn't find out. Is it gonna be censored? I don't think so. The show was rather tame as far as I remember. I'm gonna marry Julianne. Oh man. I remember watching this show back when I was like 10. I think I discovered porn thanks to it. You will never discover Rule 34 for the first time again. Why keep trying? Never seen this show before. Is it any good, or is it just a meme? It's a meme show. There's nothing outstanding. What about the sequels? Are those going to be broadcast as well? The sequels are shit. Here's lip trembling. No. Jill, as we learned previously, was a huge fan of the show growing up. Let's see. These appear to all be new articles today. Let's see. Guessing tacky bodysuits weren't practical for sports. Glitch City's Olympics return next year. For the 10th consecutive year, the GC Olympics returns to the emblematic Super Silver Thunderdome, this time with a representative from the elusive country of Kanye-vania. Prime Minister Quincy, who is in charge of the committee, told the Augmented Eye that it wasn't easy getting in touch with Kanye, and we had to abide by some of his religious rules in order to see some of their best competitors come to our country. Kanyevania's main religion, Kanyeism, prohibits the existence of nanomachines inside the body, and as such, competitors from said country had to perform specific treatments in order to repel the swarm. It's a temporary solution, but it'll do the trick. See, you won't believe what happens in this cartoon. Cartoons are not for children. They're still largely colorful, but the themes they touch have become rather dark. In fact, every cartoon on air today has dark themes. All of them. Every single one. It's come to the point where innocent animated cartoons are no longer a thing. I suppose children are young adults from birth now? But enter Touch Fluffy Tale, a new show that aims to challenge the current trend. No deep lore, no obscure adult references, no stupid deep plots, just fun with animals and fluffy tales, said a TFT producer who asked to remain anonymous to avoid internet backlash. I don't want death threats for making a cartoon for actual kids. For not appreciating that Jill is touching his tail. None of us were fans of Fluffy Tails, I'm sure. Right? No Fluffy Tail fans here, right? Street race at the Motor City District leaves 2 dead. The Motor City District is notorious for the number of illegal street races it sees each week, and the dozens of injured drivers it leaves every year. This time, it has been reported that 2 people died during the race hosted at the Gate Highway, otherwise known as Death Lane. The transit police is currently investigating the deaths, as well as the underground world of illegal street racing. We have several suspects in regard to who is running this underworld, but nothing concrete as of yet, Chief of the Transit Police Department Jay Esposito told the Augmented Eye. The death of these 2 youngsters will be the last, however. That's a promise. Yeah. Heard there's a defamation campaign against the district, though. Alright. Well, that should be all of our doom scrolling. Yawn. Good evening. Hey, Jill. Gil's in the back sorting an ingredients shipment, and I've got things to do. The dog's in charge, okay? Bye. What? Wait, the dog what? Okay, first order, pet me. No. Pet me. No. I'm in charge and I want you to pet me. Typical dog. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Hey Jay, won't pet you. You'll pet me sooner or later. They all do. Won't. Will. You called? You said Will, not Gil. Ah. Who the hell's Will? Nobody. Don't be rude with poor Will. There's no Will. You mean to psych you up then? Shut up. Who, me or Will? Ah! Go back to whatever you were doing. Alright. And you, stand by. Only if you pet me. Go. What just happened? It's Virgilio. Well, aren't we spirited today? Welcome to Virgilio? Why do you sound so weirded out? You didn't show up with a bombastic soliloquy. Well, putting up an act can be tiring, you know. Don't I know it? So it's all an act, then? Wasn't it obvious? I guess. Would you mind getting me a Bleeding Jane? Sure. Virgilio wants a Bleeding Jane. Bronson, 3 powdered, that, and, Let's see. And, just blended. No ice, no nothing. Just blended. There we are. Bleeding Jane. A Bleeding Jane. Yes, this is just the thing. So, tired of putting on an act? Care to explain? Well, it's a long story, and I'd rather not talk about it right now. Fair enough. What made you change your mind? Well, for one thing, it's safer for me now. The Pompous Buffoon Act was mostly a way to avoid raising suspicion. Safer? That's a word that's been losing meaning lately. Wait, that was your way of avoiding suspicion? Yes. You know how weird that sounds, right? Sounds weird. Try not to raise suspicion, but you act in a bombastic manner that screams you're there. And everyone dismisses the fool as a buffoon and moves on. I mean, you might be right if I were talking about hiding myself. But I'm avoiding certain crowds of people. And yes, my behavior might call everyone's attention, but then everyone just decides I'm harmless and disregards me. And depending on how erratic my actions are, I become harder to read, giving me yet another layer of enigma. Well, congrats, no offense, but I fell right into your plan. I just dismissed your actions as those of a fool and moved on. You completely fooled me. Oh, thank you. Say, can you give me something spicy? Sure. Something spicy. Something spicy. Let's see. What's spicy? There we go. Oh, Bleeding Jane is again spicy. We could just give him another Bleeding Jane. Another Bleeding Jane will do it. Oh, what did we mess up? Oh, we put in aldehyde. No aldehyde. There we go. There you are. Aren't you fascinated by spiciness? What's spicy for humans might not be spicy for other animals. Hell, what's toxic for us might not be for another creature. You like spicy things, bartender? I don't mind them, I guess, but I'm not really a fan. That neutral stance is actually weird to come across. Everyone either loves spicy things or hates them with a passion. Do you like it? Lots. Not only in regards to painfully spicy things, but also the way mild or slight spice adds to a meal. I've always had this dream of opening a curry stand. As things are, I might actually pursue that dream. I do love curry. Man, I could go for some curry. Oh. I could go for, like, yeah, a nice vindaloo or something right now, or a Rogan Josh. Oh. Let me know if you do. I haven't had curry in ages now. Hey, bartender. Call me Jill. I wanted to apologize. You put up with me all this time without lashing out. I should apologize for my behavior, and thank you for that. Don't worry, I actually feel like I was too rude to you the last time you came. Curry's good, but you need baby-level spiciness. You probably would not like Vindaloo, then. Vindaloo tends to be very spicy. And if you get a not spicy Vindaloo, frankly, they're making it wrong, because it's supposed to be spicy. You might like a Rogan Josh, then. It's very mildly spicy. It does have, like, a little bit of a... I mean, I guess define baby spice. Because it has, like, a little bit of heat. A good Rogan Josh. But it kind of just tastes like, you know, it's a tomato-y based curry. It almost tastes like a marinara, but, you know, like with curry. But with, like, a little bit of heat. But very slight. It's almost not present. Crank it up for you, Mock? I could get... It unfortunately closed recently, but we had a lovely, like, little mom-and-pop curry shop downtown. Literally had, like, 4 tables in there, right? Just a little hole in the wall. Been there as long as I can remember. And the food was amazing. Like, they would serve it up family style. Like, you know, everyone would order their food. And then they would just bring out a huge plate of rice, right? And just put it in the middle of the table, like, here's your rice. You needed more, they'd bring you more. And, like, yeah, like, very informal family style and just the best Indian food. It was amazing. Just a lovely little Indian couple. And they did a legit Vindaloo. Like 2 bites of it and you needed a drink, right? Like, you just be, it would be burning you. Oh, it was so good. I could go for it right now, but unfortunately they retired recently. Go to a curry place, they offer spicy levels 1 to 10, and you ask for 0. Oh, okay, maybe not Rogan Josh then, because I would call a Rogan Josh like a 2 or a 3. And Vindaloo is probably around like an 8, and maybe a 9. If they're doing it right. I've had mild Vindaloos, and they're awful. I'm like, what are you even doing? Granted, you came at a really bad time, but I should be the one apologizing. You're a client, after all. Well, don't. I'm actually surprised that nobody else had violently lashed out at me yet. And you're making me curious as to who you really are, though. Is Virgilio even your real name? It might be, it might not. Sometimes I wonder if I'm a magnet for people who hide their identities in sordid pasts. It does seem like it happens quite a lot. Gil, Jamie, you. Jamie's pretty upfront about these things, though. Jamie's just like, hey, I'm a hired killer. He's not really hiding it. Did you say something? Just rambling. Pay me no mind. Now, now that I think about it, how'd you find this bar? I was avoiding some chaps and came to this alley. Huh, again. Again. In my time here, I've heard avoided people and ended up here enough times to make me believe that the original owner built the bar here thinking about the runaway public. You make me sound like a criminal. Well, you're not helping. The expression runaway doesn't just mean people escaping the law, though. We've had people avoiding stalkers or solicitors. I've seen people more shocked by an insistent salesman than a shady figure. We got an ad coming up in about 5 minutes. Maybe because the salesman is a more active predator? I don't know. Troublesome part of the city right near the shopping district. Let them know there's a bar and they'll come. Sorry, I should stop rambling to myself so much. I don't mind it. You think I'm sort of criminal, though? Like I said, you're not helping. But for all I know, you might be the buffoon I've seen the other days. In any case, can I get something bitter here? On it. Something bitter. We can do that. Let's give him a suplex. 4 of those. 3 of those. 3 of those. On the rocks. And mixed. Here we are. This works. Do you like coffee, Miss Bartender? As weird as it may sound from a smoking bartender, no, I don't. Well, I get it. It's not for everyone. That cat boomer the other day. What about her? Still scared of her? Not really, but she looks so familiar. Maybe you're mixing her up with another cat boomer? No, that's not it. It's like the bandaged girl last time. Even with the bandages, there's just something really familiar about her. Maybe you need to stop thinking about it. Answers usually come to you when you stop stressing out. You might be right. Well, I leave you for now, bartender. Thanks for everything. Please come again. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hello, Mr. Detective. He's back. It's Art. And here we are, another mute person wandering into the bar. Anything I can get you? Gut punch. Okay. Gut punch for the silent detective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Aged and mixed. There we are. There we are. Oh, you got it right. So what's up now? A bit of holiday blues, you could say. Don't I understand? So you celebrate Mega Christmas. Why wouldn't I? You looked more like a Festivus kind of guy. I don't know whatever she could mean. Why does everyone keep saying that? Well, Festivus is a celebration going against the capitalist madness that is Mega Christmas. And, you know, cheapskate. If you have something to say, say it. I'll refrain. Although, now that I think about it, holiday blues is not really tied to a specific celebration. Just a season. A season of consumerist craze. Mega Christmas is just a mockery of what the real Christmas once was. I mean, the season has slowly become enslaved to the corruptions over time. Holiday spirit can only be manipulated so much. But then came that Turbo Male guy. Turbo Male. He started a yearly tradition of dressing up like Santa in the ring. Turbo Male? That can't be his ring name. It is. Really? Such a tacky name was accepted? His partner was Buster Master, and his... And his rival was Dr. Chris Max. Techie names were not a problem. I mean, I knew there was a wrestler that dressed as Santa every year. I also knew that the guy became insanely popular and the stunt got out of control. And of course, that's the part everyone sings about. Santa became Nega Santa, thanks to the Redmond family. I believe that's Mega Santa is what that's supposed to be. No, maybe not. Nega Santa sees the error of his ways and becomes the mighty Mega Santa, renaming the holiday Mega Christmas. There you go. There's your Mega Christmas lore. And then every company jumped on the bandwagon, and Christmas was Mega Christmas before anyone noticed. So you're telling me that the guy who somehow managed to rename the holiday went by the ring name Turbo Male. Yep. That makes the whole holiday sound like a joke. The holiday is a joke. And you're telling me you don't celebrate Festivus. No, I don't. You know what kind of people celebrate Festivus? The kind that's so lame and bland that they can only talk about how they're better because they celebrate Festivus. Like those jerks who only eat Nuke and think they're better than everyone else. Alright. Well, we have ads starting in just a second here, so we'll pause. We'll pause for a little bit while the ads are about to run. That should be coming up in just a second here. At least they should be starting any second now. Maybe. Thinking about it. They're thinking about starting. At least it said it was about to start. How's everybody enjoying the Valhalla? We should be nearing the end of it. Oh, there's the ads. Alright. I'm going to run out and grab a refill on my drink real quick here. So I'm going to throw up the thing my splash screen real quick while ads run. And I'll be right back in just a moment. Alright. We should be back from ads. I have myself a little canned coffee. How you doing, Andy? How do you like your curry? And do you like spicy food in general? I do like spicy food quite a lot. I'm not one of those like super spice lords or anything, right? Like I don't go, you know, and get the Ass Blaster 9000 hot sauce or anything, because my first concern is I do want it to taste good and not just be spicy, and stuff that's just spicy tends to also be rather bitter. But I do have probably what you'd consider an above average tolerance for spice. Like I've went to a restaurant a while ago and ordered their Nashville spice chicken that they were just trying out. And they were like, you know, okay, well, it's pretty spicy. We're still kind of, you know, trying to gauge if it's too spicy. Some people have been finding it too spicy, so let us know and everything. And, you know, I was like, yeah, sure, I ordered it. And they, like, watched me like a hawk. like expecting me to be like, oh, it's so spicy. And I was like, no, it's good. I like it. And they're like, oh, you like another drink or anything? I'm like, no, I'm good. It's like, oh, it's not too spicy for you? I'm like, no, it's spicy, but it's good. And they were, like, kind of amazed, apparently. Yeah, I also had a Vietnamese coworker that was amazed at my spice tolerance. So he had some like hot sauce. He was like, "Here, try this." And just like literally just put some on my hand, right, and just kind of like licked it, like doing like a bump of it. And like he was again like expecting me to be like, "Oh, God, it's so spicy," because he did it with another one of the coworkers who was very typical like white guy kind of like spice level, and he was like dying from it. And I was just like, "Oh no, that's pretty good." So, I'm not like super spice lord or anything, but I like my spice. I blame the fact that when I was very, very young, they gave me some very spicy chicken wings to be, you know, because they just thought it'd be funny to give the little kids some spicy chicken wings. And yeah, it was hot, and I think I cried, but afterwards, you know. I feel like I've got a pretty decently high tolerance for spice. You'd ask for 10, would you? Are you a super spice lord, Ronaldo? Do you get the Ass Blaster 5000 hot sauce? Do you get like the anus ripper, like, you know, hot sauce? Ronaldo is a very spicy fox. That's not very bottom behavior of you, Ronaldo, to be having the Ass Blaster hot sauce. I see. Anything else I can get you? Give me a Fringe Weaver, will you? Sure. Let's get him a Fringe Weaver. We can do that. One aldehyde and a whole lot of booze. There you go, Fringe Weaver. Yeah. What's your what's your order when you get curry, Ronaldo? You I guess, do you have any good curry places near you? I imagine you must. You're in the city. Right, thanks. So any issues with the city lately? What's the word on the street? Shouldn't I be asking that? It's nothing new, really. The lynchings of white knights stopped, so there's that. Yeah. Something about the armor. I haven't gotten much on that yet. All in all, the madness following the attack on the bank seemed to have settled down a bit. Well, that's good to hear. Have any other details about the attack that emerged yet? Any records of whatever happened there have long been deleted. Security cams, system logs, everything was wiped. Whatever happened there, it's become even more of a mystery now. I wonder if Say plans on testifying. Does anyone know if Say went there in the first place? Maybe the wiping of everything actually protects her somehow. Hey, bartender, you okay? Sorry, got distracted. Not much to say, really. There's the odd, silly rumor here and there, like the vending machine's taser is malfunctioning and applying more strength. Or that the writer of The Last Rain in the World is actually living here as a brain in a jar. But those are the kind of rumors you hear from crackheads. Now, yeah, those definitely couldn't be real. We definitely have not seen a brain in a jar. Crackheads might hold that one last piece of info you need. But you also hear crap like that. I see. Anyway, I'm leaving. Happy New Year, bartender. Please come again. Okay, then, but, no, wait, she's out. Gil, you there? Yeah, taking your break? Let me know if someone comes in. It's pretty quiet outside. Jill! Oh, Miss Kim. Just call me Kim. Sounds weird to be called Miss. Seem to be in a good mood. I got some money on Mega Christmas. Wouldn't you be happy? I guess. What can I get you? I'll have a beer. Alright. Get Kim a beer. Beer for Kim. Here we are. Thanks. So how have you been doing? Pretty good, actually. My hair stopped falling out. My appetite is coming back. I didn't realize just how much the newspaper was weighing on me until I quit. Suddenly stopped feeling defeated. I actually felt like I achieved a victory. That's okay. I'm sorry, Crow. It's alright. It'll be up on YouTube if you really want to go back and see it. Just catching up with an old friend. Well, that's good. No need to feel bad about that. like I got a hold of my own life. That's nice to hear. Oh yeah, I'll start bartender training in January too. Really? Yeah, I did some research and it sounded cool. BTC gives you many benefits, so it sounds like a good thing to do for the time being. I don't know if it's what I want to do for the rest of my life, but it's a good start. Give me time to think on the next course of action. Bit of advice. Don't go for the BTC housing plans unless you absolutely have to. You have to sign a contract for at least 5 years of service with a cut in pay and tips. I was going to go for that one, but I backed down a bit at the last minute. How do you back down a bit? Well, I took the chance when the BTC found me an apartment. And instead of signing the BTC contract, I just asked for a regular one. I still have no idea how I got away with that one. I thought those apartments were built by them or something. Back in England they are. They have their own real estate companies. The clue he picked up on was me making out-of-pocket jokes about lusting for men. Apparently he suspected for a long time that you were gay. He used to be very closeted. I find that hard to believe. But then again, I'm somehow very straight passing. So, yeah. Apartment complexes where they have the means to give discounted rooms to employees. But in this city, Realty Nua holds an unspoken real estate monopoly. Real estate. I believe that, isn't that supposed to be a compound word, not two separate words? I don't know. I can't spell. So BTC can't easily offer such promises. Can I get a fucking Flanner guide? Yeah. Can I get a fucking... can you just load that up with, like, just all the Karmatrine? Can I get a fucking... Is that what you do, Ronaldo, when you go to McDonald's and go, can I get a fucking 3 cookies and a Big Mac? Realty Nua is a bit weird as far as companies go. The name has become synonymous with quality. And I can talk. I can definitely talk. Brand built around certain expectations. But the truth is that Realty Nua has done little to no work in the last 10 years or so. Really. I mean, when they started, they managed to sell and build upon plots of land that everyone gave up on. They became a big name as far as real estate goes. But in reality, the company itself has actually done less than you'd think over the years. Most of the time, they're cashing in on their established properties or letting others work with them. I believe in the last 10 years or so, they've only started around 3 or 4 new projects. And they're all expansions of their already established ones. You seem to know a lot about it. Nah, I've just read a lot about it over time, especially after hearing my landlord ramble about them. I think it's all par for the course for real estate companies, really. But it's true that when you hear a name so much, you expect something, I don't know, different? But enough rambling on my side. You must be thirsty. Can I get you anything else? Let's try a Sugar Rush. Alright. Been serving a lot of Sugar Rushes lately, it's true. They're very popular. Very popular drink. Whoops. Ah. 1, 2, 1. Do. There we are. All mixed. Boop, boop. There we are. Sugar Rush. There you go. Yay. Actually, Jill came here today to thank you. Me? Yeah, back when I first showed up here, I was in a really tough spot. I was shocked, I was tired, I was a total mess. I even said some really mean things, but you had patience with me. Not to mention you helped me cool down, and your boss saved me. And, I don't know, I felt like I had to tell you all that before the year ended. Much appreciated, thank you. But anyway, how are you doing? Last time you were a bit off. Well, I'm better now, thanks a lot. Glad to hear. It was weird to see you like that. I always felt like you were putting up a cool bartender act. It always felt like that. She'd been in the bar exactly like, what, one other time before then? Maybe two. She has not been a huge part of this game, storyline-wise. It did? You don't. I don't. Are you sure? What you saw as cool bartender act is what everyone else has described as being cold. I mean, cold and cool do mean the same, but... no, I don't try to put up that act. Sorry to disillusion you. I'm too much of a mess to do such a thing. Huh. Disappointed? Surprised, actually. What led me to believe that you were putting on an act? And more importantly, how can I make use of it when I get assigned to a bar? I must investigate further. Good luck with that. Say, let's try something bubbly now. Alright. A bubbly drink. Let's see. What's bubbly? Frothy water is probably bubbly. There we go, Fringe Weaver. 1 aldehyde and a whole lot of carmetrine. Aged and mixed. Oh, whoops. Oh, I need, what, one more carmetrine there? My bad. There we go. Whole lot of carmetrine, aged and mixed. There we go. Have a Fringe Weaver. There you are. Thanks. Hey, Jill, I'm gonna need some ice. Ah, boss. Boss? Oh, I know you. Thank you. Hey, nice to see you're fine. I'm more than fine. I'm alive. I'm here. I avoided my biggest mistake in life thanks to your timely intervention. That's how you talk. That's a normal sentence to say. I don't know what overcame me. I just felt like everything was shouting. I couldn't stop the shouting, so I just felt like, thank you. Don't even mention it. I just did what felt right. Jill, ice please? Right. You alright? Do you seek help? I know a couple of people that could help you. Don't worry, I'm perfectly fine. I've gone to a therapist a couple of times, and but he says I'm okay. Something overcame me, but you intervened, and I don't know what to say. You already said thank you. Seeing that you're fine is more than enough for me. I should have come to thank you earlier. I owed you that at least. Nah, don't worry. Just go out and be happy. You have a second chance, so use it as best you can. I will. The Flanner Guide machine broke. But the employee back there is getting a Flanner Guide. Oh, alright, I'll get you a Flanner Guide. Oh, so the Flanner Guide machine wasn't broken. I kind of go for a McFlurry right now. I'll be leaving. Happy New Year, Jill, and thank you again. Please come again. So, a couple of weeks ago, I read some news about a woman saving a suicidal girl, catching her midair. Do you know something about that, boss? Maybe, maybe not. Whoever it was probably just did it because it was the right thing to do. Feeling lonely? That voice. Hey, Joe, long time no see. Really long time no see. Seriously, feels like it's been over a year since I last saw you. I was planning on visiting you last week, but things were pretty heavy back then. So I just waited in the background until the tension wore off a bit. Earth to Joe, I'm talking to you here. If I ignore her, she'll leave. I'm not an unfathomable sense of dread. You can't just ignore me, you know. Julianne Stingray, I'm talking to you. Calm down, don't fall for her taunts. How'd you know my full name, though? I thought your full name was Julianne Natalie Stingray, or did you legally remove the Natalie? Never mind that. Is she reading my thoughts? Yeah, I mean, they're kind of written in the middle of the screen. And she's not wrong, right? Hard not to see them, actually. Alright, that's it. I'm going crazy. That's such a self-centered way to see the world. You assume that you're crazy because you can't accept that this world could be weirder than you think. This world is amazing because of the things you just can't explain. And just because only you experience something doesn't mean it's a lie or that you're crazy. I mean, just look at ASMR. No, I'm pretty sure that's what a crazy person would say in this scenario. You acknowledged me. Shit. That's good. I'm not serving you anything. What? Why? Last time you came, I had to clean the drinks I served you off the floor. Don't be like that. Drinks were also paid for with my money. I don't know how you did it, but that set any of and all of my plans I had for the rest of the week off balance. I was gonna buy some curry with the money I had put up for those drinks. I want some curry. Dog duty done. I know we have slow days, but for God's sake. You okay? You look angry. No, I'm fine. Good job out there. I'm back. Ah, boss, what happened? Meeting cut short. At least I drank the the bottles. Yeah, Hassy. Hassy is a drink also from Read Only Memories. Are you okay? You look distraught. I'm fine. So they really can't see you. I mean, you're right in front of them. And you're wearing jeans under a skirt? Why? Just why? To annoy people, of course. Is that a new trend? What does she think she's doing? Everyone feels like it's not quite right. Everyone thinks they should call you out. But they can't bring themselves to do it because it's not that wrong. There are things like spats, after all. It's uncannily right, not all that wrong, and they can't stop staring. Not like anyone other than me could see it, though. They could see it if they wanted to. Jill, you're making an awful lot of faces there. Are you okay? Yeah, just remembering stuff. Man, I miss not being crazy. I, too, miss not being crazy. Boss, I'm leaving early today. And you stay here. Who stays where? Crap, did I just... She certainly did. She thought the part that she meant to speak. You have to be the first person I've met who mixes their inner and outer voice. I thought I saw one of the dogs near the counter, sorry. Oh, okay. Can I leave a bit early today? Sure. Thanks for taking care of the fort. What about me? You haven't left yet. I'll thank you when you leave. It's not what I... whatever. But look, we're killing it. We're killing it. And we're still not quite there to making rent, but you know, we're getting there. Jill just watched Night of the Id Snatchers by ID. Is it probably ID? They're both capitalized. Buying a poster of it will prevent her from getting too distracted. Night of the ID Snatchers. And there we are. Alright. We'll save the game again. Alright, we can probably get through a half a day here. We've got about half an hour left of stream, a little more. But let's do our doom scrolling. Yuri, new season. It's finally here. I can't believe I'm alive for this day. Thank you, based god. All boards report in. What other boards, you idiot? Nice, more stupid moe blobs. YY gets a new season, but the actual best YY is still up in the air. My internet service gets cut off tomorrow because I can't afford it anymore. Wake me up. Get a job, you stupid neat. Oh god, here we go. Prepare hot cocoa, sit in comfy couch, put on my favorite mega Christmas sweater, see snow falling outside, turn on the heater, get my blanket, watch glorious YY, and fall asleep when it ends. I am comfy. Wish I was as comfy. We should all strive to be this comfy. This is exactly what I should do, minus like the Christmas sweater. For like the last episode of Dawn to Dawn. Have work tomorrow. Enjoy the Urus for me, Danger You. Let's see. Nope, these all look like new ones. Biker gang arrested after vandalism. Alright. The members of the largest biker gang in Motor City sector were arrested after the group's leader and her entourage were found at the site of a protest last Friday. Their leader, commonly known in the streets as Christine Love, declared to the press that they were unjustly arrested and that her gang was only there to defend the protesters from the White Knights. They're afraid of us. They know they can't take us down in the streets, so they use protesters as a shield, and we had no option but to surrender, Love told AE during a phone conversation. They're currently detained and waiting for trial. The formal charges are unknown so far. Parliament discusses anime influence. 10K for rent. Does this game take place in California or New York City, right? Ronaldo, can you confirm? Alright, Parliament discusses anime influence. During an unusual meeting held at Parliament today, delegates discussed the effects of anime on the population. It's nothing but filth, trash, a representative for the Workers' Party yelled during the meeting. If I could choke every single writer and animator out there, I'd do it. I'd choke them with my own enhanced hands. Several anime studio heads have responded to the news. I think they would ban it if it wasn't bringing so much money into the local market, Yamake, a producer, told the Augmented Eye during a phone interview. I do agree that anime is trash, but I'll save the genre. You can trust me. Yeah. And Taylor the Brain. Hey, don't we know Taylor? Taylor Brain, tired of name change requests. A couple of weeks ago, we wrote about Taylor, one of the brains from the Sola Anima project. One of the highlights from the interview was that... thank you, Zaire. I actually don't have it on at the moment, but so I'll refund those. But how you doing, Zaire? You missed a whole bunch of dancing. And some Valhalla. Thank you. Thank you, Zach. I'll refund those when I get a sec. Actually, we'll do it we can do that right now, before I forget. We can do that. Let's see here. Manage requests. There you go. Those should be refunded to you. Hey, Nightwolf, how you doing? We're wrapping up in probably about half an hour-ish here, but we're doing a little Valhalla. I was doing some Dance Dash earlier. Taking a break from packing up. How's the game going? It's going well. It's going well. We're on like day 15-ish. So we're getting there. Probably one more stream of this, and then that'll be done. And then we'll see what else we want to do for the holiday season. We might take a look at maybe do a night, you know, of doing a Die Hard on SNES. You know, it has a foot health bar. Aw, thank you, Nightwolf. I do my best. Yeah, legit. Like, it has a health bar for your feet, and if you lose all the health in your feet, you move incredibly slowly. It's apparently quite bad, but it could be fun to look at for a night. Off to EPs, okay. Have a good night, Nightwolf. Sleep well. Hey, Vanta, how you doing? Thank you, thank you. It's been a good stream so far, so thank you. One of the highlights from the interview was that it was unfortunately stripped from the finished version. Oh, what do we got? Thank you for the pets. Was a stray comment about how many people asked Taylor to change their name to Brian on a regular basis. I know people try to be funny, but I won't change my name for a punchline, Taylor told the AE team. I like the name Taylor, and there's nothing wrong with Brian. I just won't be a part of the joke. My life is worth more than that. Taylor is currently looking at their chances of becoming a senator in the upcoming electoral season. All you had to eat today was a hash brown and a McDonald's Sprite. Thinking of going to Chipotle? Chipotle's not bottom food, Soup. You can't go to Chipotle. I've actually never eaten at Chipotle. Where do you go then? You have to have a good plate. We've all been talking about curry. Do you like curry soup? I know curry's not bottom food, but you know, you can make an exception. I give you permission, Soup. You may pretend to be a top for a day and have some curry. I know curry's not bottom food. I'm saying you can make an exception today. I give you permission. Yeah. We were talking about curry earlier because the game was talking about curry, so we got on the subject. Get you some like curry or something. It's probably exactly as not bottom food as Chipotle, to be fair. You have food, Crow? What do you got? What are you having? You don't know that you've ever had curry? Sire! I swear to God, I'm going to tie you down and feed you good food and give you head pats and kiss your forehead and tuck you in for the night. Oh, curry's so good. They don't have that in Bama. No curry. There's no curry shops in Bama. All they know is barbecue and be racist and eat hot chip. That's something that might be in chili. I mean, you could... I mean, the way I serve chili, I kind of serve it very similar to curry. Like, I tend to do my chili over rice. Did we save? I'm going to save again just to be safe. We did. Alright. Yeah, it's Zyre, I swear to God, I'm gonna, like, feed you good food. This is a threat. Good evening. Hey, Jill. Let's have a New Year's party this Saturday. Not a bit soon. Why? Did someone famous get killed at a New Year's party? No, I mean, never mind. Sure, I'm in for it. Great. And Gil? He's coming too. I mean, it's not like he has anything else to do. Hey. No, I mean, where is he? He was he was escorting a client of his to the station. He should be back any second now. Back. See? So, you coming to the New Year's party too, Gil? Not like I have anything else to do, so... Told you. We're depressing people. Oh yeah, the kid from the other day, Gabby, I think you called her, asked me to give you this. I believe it's a note. A note? Gabby? Let's see. First of all, I want to apologize for my behavior before. I was still hurt by my sister's death, and it wasn't fair to take out all of that stress on you, let alone put the blame on you. And so, it feels weird to ask this of you after how I treated you, but I really want to talk to you. I want to catch up, to chat for a while, to do what you were doing with me before I lashed out. I want to understand this freedom you talked about, the fear that drove you to a fight with my sister. I'll go back to the bar on the 31st. I won't take much of your time. If you don't want to see me after all that, I understand. But please, I really want to talk to you. Wow, that girl has a big vocabulary. She was always a smart one. The 31st is written in different handwriting. Oh yeah, she asked me when would you be here and relatively free, so I told her about the party. I also assumed you'd say yes to the party, which might not have been the best idea now that I think about it. Boss, I'm having second thoughts about coming to this party. What? Why? I don't want to face Gabby again. Now it's coming back to me. What drove me to never go back and apologize after all these years? Fear and shame. Shame because I know I made a hideously stupid mistake and it's painful to face your mistakes. And fear of what they might say. With Lenore, we never broke up formally, so I was always afraid that if we were to meet again, she'd break up with me. And I don't want Gabby to tell me that she hates me to my face. Lenore was in the right to break up with me, and Gabby is in the right to hate me. I could have used it with a comma there. Lenore was right to break up with me, comma, and a comma would have been nice there. That sentence messed my brain up. But I don't want her to. Maybe if I never see her again, she'll never tell me that, and... Jill, you idiot. Eh? You're thinking backwards. Didn't the letter say she wanted to understand you? If you bail out on this, she will hate you. Not only that, but you're getting a new chance here. You want to live the rest of your life running away from another memory? Didn't you just say to Armitage that you hated feeling like that? Armitage? Titty hacker. Alma, right. I don't know what happened when you fought with that girl's sister. But now that you have a chance to make amends, and not only that, you have us watching your back. So I want you to think about this. Titty, that is what they, yeah, they kind of lovingly refer to her as, yeah. No, she's a hacker and is very well endowed. And as, it seems both Dana and Jill are both into women. It is what they kind of notice about her first. One day of fear or a lifetime filled with regret. Which one do you pick? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I hated feeling like that. I won't run away this time. Good, because I would have gone to your apartment and dragged you out of there if need be. Hey, boss? Thanks. That's what friends are for. Anyway, let's start the day. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Seriously, though, it's the second note that has stirred such feelings in me. Second one. 2 weeks ago, I got another note in the mail This one is from Lenore. Is that the envelope you took away from me at the picnic? Yeah. You haven't opened it? Why not open it with Gabby? You're facing one fear, might as well face the other. Maybe. Don't push her, Chief. I'm not. I just know she's capable of doing all that. I'll go secure stuff for the party. Call me if you need anything. Keep it up, Jill. Thanks. Happy holidays. Oh, someone's happy. We held a party for the staff and their children. Should have seen the faces of those kids receiving gifts. Nabbing that Santa suit at the last minute the other day was totally worth it. Santa dresses seem to have been popular this year. I heard they were sold out in most places. There was this weird shortage of Santa suits, but luck was on my side this year. I think Zaire bought one of them. Sorry about that outburst. Why? You looked so happy. I felt happy too. You shouldn't hide your happiness. Anyway, can you give me a cobalt velvet, please? Cobalt velvet. On the rocks and mixed. What did I screw up? Pretty sure that's what I just did. 2 aldehyde. Oh, flanneryide. I screwed that up. There we go. Flanneryide. I did powdered delta, didn't I? Yeah. There you are. Thanks. Meeting with Say today? She should be here in a bit. She told me she wanted a drink here, and since I was coming here too, sadly I can't stay for long. I have some errands to run. How's she been lately? I mean, she was in, like, the other day. We talked to her recently. She's better. Her wounds have been healing really nicely. If only she stopped scratching at her bandages so often. What about her eye? Eye? Oh, hers, sorry. It'll take longer to heal, but as long as it's kept clean, there should be no problem. But to be honest, I'm more worried about her emotional wounds. She doesn't show it, but she's had depressive bouts from time to time. And who can blame her? Her life changed completely. The job she loved no longer exists. She was used as a disposable pawn in the whole bank affair. I'm afraid it will make her go back to her old ways. Old ways? There was a rough spot when Say was a teen. Her mom's clinic was about to close, then her biological father, who was an asshole, showed up. And the teachers at her school didn't help. Say's not a slow learner by any means, but her way of learning stuff is different. She needs equivalences to things she knows, and you need to get a bit in her mindset. Once you get this, she's a fast learner, but schools don't have that kind of patience. They basically branded her a failure. She even dropped out. I would have suggested a special course somewhere else, but that would have offended her. She's always been against being labeled as special or different. Anyway, Say was totally different during that period. Foul-mouthed, short-fused, always frowning, the total opposite of how she is nowadays. From time to time, I see that old look across her face and it scares me. You're comparing her to her teen self, though. People mature. Maybe she'll show signs from time to time, but I bet Say knows better than to go back to that. I mean, don't we all kind of want to slap ourselves back when we were teenagers? I hope so. Give me something cold and sweet, will you? Sure. Cold and sweet. 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 I mean, Sugar Rushes... No, Sugar Rushes are not cold. Sparkle Star? Nope. Blue Fairy? Nope. Moonblast? All on the rocks and blended. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 1, 2. on the rocks and blended. No way you were a cool teen who did not get his opinions from nefarious image boards. Yeah, of course not. Who would do that? There you are. So the kind of stuff Sei asks for, you know. Now that you mention it. So I take it Sei's family situation isn't exactly fine and dandy. It's a mess they've tried to fix over time, and I'm glad to say they've actually done it. Sei's mom had a really abusive relationship with Sei's biological father. Sadly, like many women in that situation, she just tried to justify his actions. But apparently, things got nasty when Sei's mom, Miss Emmy, got pregnant. At that point, she had an epiphany, one could say. She didn't want that guy to raise her child, so she finally sought help. Things weren't so easy, though. Before the authorities could take him away, Miss Emmy got a serious beating from him. She still uses a cane to walk, thanks to that. She moved here, Sei was born, she started her veterinary clinic. So did he come back? He was drunk and couldn't find any drugs, so he made it into the city. He caused a ruckus for a couple of days until Sei managed to scare him off. How? She beat him to near death 3 times. Pfft. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but... Oh, don't worry, I laughed too. The dramatic irony there is delicious. I've been wondering, can you really be so calm in the lower parts of the city? Can you really be so calm? I mean, the streets are not exactly safe, and a cat boomer is sure to become a target. Well, I have my security staff with me at all times, so there is no problem. Besides, this part of the city is comfier. Come again? Sure, Uptown is cleaner and maybe more secure, but it's also too sterile. Around here, you can actually feel the warmth of the people. You feel there are people living. I especially like going to a busy food stand. I feel a warmth there that Uptown doesn't have. It's also easier to talk to people. Hey, you finally came. Welcome. If you try to talk to someone in the upper part of the city, they'll either shrug you off or flat out ignore you. People around here are a bit wary, but they're also more likely to talk to you. Not that things aren't nice there, though. Can I get you something? I feel like having a beer. Make that too. But I just want one. I'm asking for one for me, adding one to your order. Oh, that, right. Couple beers. Couple beers. Couple beers. There you are. Thank you. Thanks. Say, you should have seen the kids after you left. They were all playing with the toys you picked. You nailed it again this year. They were all asking, where's Sei? Where's Sei? Why do they call you just Sei when they call me Auntie Stella? I don't look that old. Don't worry, they still like you. Sorry, I had to leave, but Mom worked overtime that night, and I couldn't leave her alone. And what happened? Well, there were fireworks, and some dog thought it'd be safe to hide in a jar. The little guy managed to get his head and paw inside before getting stuck. And it was plastic, so they couldn't just try to break it. That's messy. She needed someone to hold the dog while she worked. Poor fellow was scared. Well, I'm out. Oh, yeah. We'll have a New Year's party this Saturday if you want to come. Sure, it's better than depressing myself with my dad's woes about the next fiscal year. I'll be here. Bye, Jill. Bye, Sei. Careful. Please come again. You want to come too? I'd love to. I'll also make up for not coming last time. How was the party? Pretty nice. We played Truth or Dare. Had some fun, broke some glasses, ate lots and lots of food. Seriously, looking back, the amount of food was ridiculous compared to the number of people who were here. Better leftovers than left hanging, don't you think? Yeah. I kind of like that phrase. Better leftovers than left hanging. I like that. Can I get you something? Let's try something classy. Alright. I mean, if it's classy, we're probably just going to do a Brandtini, right? Whoops. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. We'll just go like that. Boom. Like that. Ah, I did. Nope, I put one too many aldehyde in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. 5, 6. We'll do it like this. My fingers are failing me right now. Aged and mixed. There you go. Brantini. Hey, Gub. How you doing? Yep, this is the thing. How you doing, Gub? Stella came in quite cheery about Sunday. This Sunday. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, her birthday is actually the 25th. Really? It's a weird story from when she was a kid. She heard Mega Santa's story, and somehow she got it into her head that by being born on the 25th, she was the spiritual reincarnation of the original Santa. That made her start giving out gifts like crazy. She got over it, but the gifting stuck to her. You're tired and Pip's sleeping? Oh. Spiritual reincarnation. Well, the story says the Redmond family destroyed Santa's spirit, and that Mega Santa was reborn as a manifestation of the Christmas spirit. She thought she was the old Santa spirit in a new body. That girl was delusional as a kid. Just got home from work? No. How was work? Speaking of things you did when you were young, Stella mentioned she's worried about you going back to your old ways. Something about a rough period where you were angry or something. Oh, that. And it's sweet that she's worried. But I won't go back to those days just like that, though. Even if I face some situation, I'm more mature, you know? I'm not a teen anymore. I expected as much. Told her as much. Hey, can you give me something bubbly? Sure. Something bubbly for the bubbly girl. Let's see. I mean, there's frothy water, right? But so is a beer. A beer is also bubbly. There we are. Bubbly, bubbly. Hey, Jill. This might seem a bit random, but... You remember the first time I came here? Yeah, you're the second white knight I've served. I remember. Why? Precisely because of that. I've been meaning to ask you about that story. How was your other experience with a white knight? You gotta start heading home from work. Alright. Drive safe, Necro. Thanks for hanging. If I had to put it simply, the total opposite of you. Oh? She came here as part of her work, looking for information on some case. I went through the motions, offering her a drink and all that, but she came only for her job. At first, I thought she was just another private eye, but she showed me her badge and all. What kind of case was it? I wouldn't know. She never told me, but she asked if I saw some people. She got pretty intense when I told her I had no idea what she was talking about. I suggested she ask the vending machine outside, but they told her the suspect climbed on them. She got her info and she left. Pretty professional, if a bit intimidating. She seemed personally invested in the case, though. The way she lost her cool was suspicious. You seem to be pretty good at reading people, Jill. Makes me kind of jealous. Nah, I'm not good at that. It's just a coincidence that I noticed it. But you noticed it. I'm not good at reading people. Even if the cue was thrown in my face, I wouldn't be able to see it. I'm sure you can compensate with another skill. Any particular reason you asked me about the event? Not really. I just found the fact that I was the only other white knight you served weird. I mean, really? Just two? Weird, I know. Spent most of my life with almost no interactions with the white knights until I met you. That means you've had a nice life, then. That sounded creepier than I thought. A bit. Well, I'm done for the day. Thanks, Jill. Please come again. I'll go take my break, Gil. Sure. Well, that is almost perfect timing. Look at that. It's been almost exactly 4 hours. We'll save the game. And there we are. That is just about perfect, huh? Or if I left food for 4. Well, Dorothy will have to wait until next time. Yeah, we might be able to wrap this up after one more stream. Possibly. Yeah, that's just about perfect. So, yeah, how's everybody enjoying Valhalla? We're starting to wrap up on it. We're just about done here. Let's see, and yep, ads will be starting in about 5 minutes, so that's perfect. We'll gives us enough time to wrap up here. Yep, probably one more stream of Valhalla. So let's see, that'll be Monday, and then Tuesday. I'm not streaming Tuesday, so that's perfect then, because then Wednesday will be the UFO 50 marathon stream. So that should be perfect. Yeah, we'll try to wrap it up tomorrow then. Yeah. Yeah, Monday, tomorrow, yeah. That's like perfect. Hey, Dragoon, we're just wrapping up now. But thanks for coming by. Always good to see you. Yeah, we did some Dance Dash earlier and some more Valhalla. Yeah, hopefully we'll, yeah, maybe we'll try to wrap up Valhalla tomorrow then. Yeah. Yeah, we'll probably start with Valhalla then. I'll try to wrap it up and then we'll probably end it in VR chat then. With whatever time we have left. And then, yeah, that gives us Wednesday to start the, you know, to do the marathon. So that'll be great. That'll be perfect. Ah, it's alright, Dragoon. No problem. If you want to catch up on the, like, you know, any of the stuff, of course, I'll have the VODs up. They'll go up on YouTube as usual. Hey, why don't we do this stuff here real quick? There's the Discord if anybody wants the Discord. And there's the socials if anybody wants the socials. Ah, you're very welcome, Sid. I hope you enjoyed. I hope everybody enjoyed, in fact. Yeah, we got about... Yep, ads will be starting in just a little over 2 minutes here. So why don't we find someone to raid, and then we'll say our goodnights, and yeah. I will catch you all tomorrow then after that. But yeah, let's see. Let's find someone to raid here. Let's see. Who do we got? Who's streaming? Who's streaming and someone we would like to go say hi to? Let's see. Let's raid this Mega Mem. We've raided them, I think, once before. We're following them. So I must have followed them at some point. But alright, we'll start the raid there. But yeah, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Zyre, Andy, Sid, Dragoon, Gub if you're still there, Crow if you're still there, Soup. All y'all, Vanta, Night Wolf. I think Night Wolf left, but yep. If any of y'all or whoever's still there, thanks for hanging tonight. You're all a bunch of lovely, beautiful beans. Thanks for spending time with me while I got my workout in, and I hope everybody enjoyed. But yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow. We'll hopefully wrap up Valhalla, and then Wednesday marathon stream. That'll be fun. Yeah. If anybody doesn't know me, Beige Samurai, I play a lot of retro games, indie games, as well as dance games, and hanging out in VR chat, as well as occasionally do lectures on philosophy, psychology, media analysis, all that kind of fun stuff. So if any of that sounds like fun, stick around, hang out. All right. I'm going to send you on over to Megamem here. So have a great night, all. I'll see you tomorrow. There. Night, night.